Evening folks, welcome back to the channel. Thanks very much for clicking on this video. So tonight then we are back out for a army surplus basha woodland camp. Hopefully just a wild camp. Hopefully if the locals behave themselves it won't turn into a stealth camp, because we're not really into stealth camping. So let's roll the intro, let's get to my harbour and we'll get set up. Roll that intro. Right, here we are then folks. So I'm at my harbour, my regular spot where I'll camp. So just recently, about 7 or 8 months ago, I brought a surplus DPM basha. And about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I brought a second surplus DPM basha, which we're going to set up from the tree, one up and one down on the ground. Let's get set up. So we're out with British Army surplus Bergen. The British Army NATO roll mat. I can't remember if that was surplus or not. Full DPM camo, as always, surplus. And then we've got pillows that aren't military, that aren't surplus gear. Some dodgy things in it as well that you shouldn't probably see. We've got some non-military gear here as well. A couple of pillows, a couple of pots and pans. So this is British Army surplus basha number 2, which I got off of eBay recently. This will be my new ground sheet. That I paid £38 for on eBay. I've got some camo netting in this bag if I need it later. I've got a whole bag full of bungee cords. I brought loads with me. I always do. I like to bring plenty. I've got more bungees. And then we've got my original DPM basha that I brought about 8 months ago. So I'm going to go ahead set up using only bungees and pegs and 2 surplus bashas. Okay, so we've got the top basha set up on the lean-to with a stick underneath. I'm just going to clear a bit of the ground here and then put my secondary surplus basha down, put my sleeping bag on top of that. That's good for tonight. That's my view from outside the camp. That's going to be a great sunset in a bit. Let me just finish off setting the camp. Right, there we go. Surplus camp all set up. So as I said, British Army basha on top, British Army basha on the ground. And we've also got the NATO roll mat, which as I remember was not surplus gear. I think that was from Guy Outdoors. Then we've got the Andes 3-season sleeping bag and my 2 regular camping pillows from Gellert and whatever the other company is. And the reason why I'm sleeping this way is because of the sunlight is over there. So that is going to be a great shot in the morning, or just now, as I said, as the sun goes down, that's a great shot. If I was in that arena there, I'd be blinded, because at the minute, stupidly, I have already got glaucoma and cataracts for both eyes. I've got bloody conjunctivitis in both eyes. So it's a late in, early out in the morning, because I've got an appointment at eye specialist thing tomorrow at 9:30. So if I can get out by 6:30, be home by 7, get a shower, dry off, and then get to the bloody place and get my eyes tested. I got a conjunctive viral infection apparently in both eyes. But there we go. That's tonight's setup. Let's chill for a bit. But as I was saying earlier, I do have some camo netting in a carrier bag. The reason why it's in the bag is because it still stinks of smoke from about 3 or 4 months ago when I used it when I had a fire out here. I might drape it over the bashas in a bit and see how that looks. Okay, so I just draped that camo netting over the basha then just for a minute, because there are some little scumbags in here, unfortunately. I'm going to pull that across a bit and put it down to the bottom. Just let it drape there, just let it air out for 5 minutes, it's fine. We're all good. Right, let's see what we've got for dinner then. So, as I said, camp is all set, the sun is going down. Just a really nice spot just to sit here and just watch that sun go down behind the top of the hill up there where my house is. It's all good. Let's see what's for dinner. Right, so fortunately I'm not hungry at the minute because I already ate before I came out. I had a cheese and coleslaw salad thing. But if I get hungry later, then I've got another one of those Frey Bentos chicken tikka and rice for dinner. There, £2 for that. And then in the morning we've got spam and eggs. Yeah, it's all goodies in that bag. As I said, spam down the bottom there, a couple of eggs, frying pan, oil, you name it, all the usual stuff. Right, let's get a brew on. I think I deserve that one. Right then guys, kettle's on. First brew of the evening coming up then. So our usual suspect here is our home front tea from State Detective. Still got loads of these. I've had quite a few of these. I love these. So yeah, so I said up for the first cup of tea and just watching that sunset as well, and also keeping an eye on the locals. Gotta watch my six. So I've got no backup, it's just me out here tonight. Right, let's go and have a brew. Right, so I'm just going to sit here and enjoy my first cup of tea for the night, just whilst I'm watching that sunset just behind the hill there. What a lovely night. Still 22 degrees. Shouldn't drop more than 18, 16 overnight. Should be about 18 when I get out of here in the morning. Damn. Right there we go then guys, hang on. Here's my brew. I know what's coming because this material on the outside of the basha is quite slippery, isn't it? I'm going to be slipping and sliding all night. I don't mind, it doesn't bother me. I won't sleep, it's too bloody hot anyway. That's it, bloody perfect evening. Still a few people around. I think some of the local idiots have just left. It's just a few dog walkers to go. It's only bloody hell, it's only 2100 hours. It's not even 9 o'clock yet. Damn, came out too early again. Not to worry, I only came out because I like to watch that sunset over the tops of the forest there. Right, I'll probably get something to eat in about an hour or so. Right, let's chill for a bit. Right, so it's just approaching 2200 hours in. So I got a new pot recently. I've got a similar one, or actually I've got the same one, which you've seen on another video from when I did my hanging tripod video. It's the same pot, comes with the bags from eBay or Amazon. I think a few people have them, they're from China. You know, they're like 7 centilitre pots or something. You know, the handles open up. It's like a kettle basically, so you get the handle on the top. It's like that bent part in the middle, so you can hang it on a tripod. Get your lid, your inner part. There's a little mesh part on here, so you could use it for a teapot. The reason why I brought this is I want to try to use this one tonight and see if it behaves any better compared with using a British Army mess tin. Because when I was using that the other night, I noticed the water just keeps boiling over because it has no lid, obviously. So we're gonna get this pot, get that water in it, and get that boiling, and then we're gonna cook up this Frey Bentos chicken tikka and rice tonight. So let's go ahead, let's get some water in there. Right, so I've just half filled that pot for now because after the other night when I was using the Army mess kit tin, it doesn't have to use a lot of gas to boil water. I've got some backup fuel thing if I need it, but let's try this and see how we got on with it. Right, so we'll let that just warm up or boil up for about 10-15 minutes. And I know what I've got my bloody barbecue gloves. I'm not sure how I'm going to take that off, but I think we have to do it from the top way, obviously. Stupid arse, forgot to bring gloves. Doesn't matter, I've got some other gloves. So yeah, so we'll get that 10-15 minutes. Trouble is, as I said, it doesn't use a lot of gas. I need to save some of that for the morning, but I do have backup fuel, which I can't show because it's naughty to own it anymore, apparently, if you get my drift. Right, so I've just turned my sleeping bag around. I was facing that way, but I just remembered I actually prefer sleeping this end because I'm going to put my Bergen here to block that end. I normally put the net in that end just because then I can see that way if anyone's coming. I can hear quite well behind me, so I'm not worried. And plus, there's a little ditch just under that end, so I don't want to be sliding down it all night. So we're just gone back up that way. If I need to move again, I can always go further in, just take the stick out of the way and put a ridge line on the back of the top tab and pin it out that way if I had to, but we're all good for now. So I'm just waiting for that water to boil and we are gonna eat. But yeah, there we go. So a rearranged camp very quickly. Actually, I was wrong. I do have a pair of gloves on me. I always carry my tactical gloves. Completely forgot. I always keep them with me at all times. Forgot I even had them in my pocket. Silly me. So yeah, tactical gloves. And now we can check this. Oh, that's boiling. Right, let's get this food in there. Let's go. Right, we're going to slide this back in here for about 7 minutes, I think. I hope. Just put it straight in there, I reckon. No, we're going to fold it in half and do it properly, aren't we? Cook it right. So We don't want to end up with food poisoning or any of that stupid stuff. There you go, that'll do. Right, so 7 minutes on that. Good to go. Yeah, that pot's actually a lot better than the mess kit tin, the mess tin. So we'll give that 7 or 8 minutes and we'll come back when it's ready. Okay, so it was a lot easier using this than it was the British Army mess kit. And now dinner is served. And what I'll do is I'll get the water for my brew afterwards. Perfect. There you go. Let's go eat. Right, here we go then. So we got our Fray Bentos chicken tikka dinner then. So ready in 7 to 8 minutes. Just whip that open. And I'm going to use something that I haven't used in a while. The old long spoon. I haven't used this in a long time. So we'll have that. And then afterwards we got another cup of tea. And then we'll chill for an hour before we hit the sack. And so far, so quiet, everyone's gone. Let's give this a try. I've not had this for a while. Oh, it's perfect. Sweet and sour one I had the other night, that's much better. But this isn't too bad either. Chicken tikka on rice. I mean, you can empty it into a tin and cook it that way. Or just boil it in a bag like an MRE. It's perfect. Not bad. Right, anyway, I'll get back to you after dinner. Okay, so that was the last of my Fray Bentos meals for now, until I go shopping next week and stock up at £2 a pack. I'll just get so 5 packs for 10. I'll just get £20 worth next week, so I get 10 packs. Oh, great. Some idiots have just turned up on a scrambler bike up the top end of the forest. At least 3. They better not come down here. I do not want to have to bug out tonight. Bloody hell. Right, anyway, let's have a brew and just enjoy what I can of the evening before they start up here. They're just starting their engine up, so they're about 100 yards up the road, but I can hear them quite clearly. I know who they are. I'm not going to say anything, it's none of my business. I just want to enjoy my camp. Sorry. We'll see. Okay, so this almost turned into a stealth camp. Don't like stealth camping, but anyway, so they come flying up the path about 50 yards away on their bike, and then they didn't see me, fortunately. Then they just run up the hill, and now they're back up on the other side. Hopefully they won't bother coming back down here tonight. But this is what happens when you get warm nights. All the idiots come out over here. I kind of figured it would happen. It doesn't matter. I'm staying. No idiot's going to drive me out. So, because I was here first. So, up the irons, mate. I've got my DPM jacket. I've got my boonie hat. And so I've got my tactical gloves. I've got weapons everywhere if I ever need them. I've got bloody moths coming in because of that light. It's shut down for a minute, actually. Otherwise I might get attacked by moths. Okay, so because the path is just here in front of us, I've had to set a little trap, put a tree up against another tree here, just to make sure nothing comes through there. And then I'm doing the same at the other end as well, because they are still around, I can hear them. So the camp's just here. You can't see the camp, fortunately. And what I've done is, across here then, I've done like an X shape with 2 tree poles that I normally use to put up my hammocks and stuff. Right, here they come, they're coming down. Let's go into stealth mode. Right guys, so it's 2 minutes to midnight. You don't want to know the shitstorm that's been going on over here. Oh my days, I know it's going to be so busy out here, I wouldn't bother coming out. So we've had cars and motorbikes zooming up and down the road, which is about 400 to 500 yards from my paws right here. We've had these idiots here with their scramble bikes, 1 or 2 of them, they buggered off. Then they came back, but then now they've gone again. Then we have cop cars coming past, house alarm going off, fire brigade, then another cop car. A guy's just gone past on a Honda Goldwing, which I can tell because I know a Honda Goldwing when I hear one, because he had a radio playing. Definitely weren't no car. And now, silence. Oh, we had a few fireworks for about 5 seconds. Now it's gone silent. Right, so as I said, it's just come up to midnight, so that's it. They didn't drive me out. They didn't drive me insane. I'm staying put for the night. I'm going to go and grab another brew, and then I'm going to hit the sack. Right, so I'll catch you all in the AM. Right, good night. Right, so it's 3 AM. I have to put a fire on because it's bloody freezing. They say it was going to be 16 Celsius. It's not. It's about 12. But they always say that. So we've got some wood. Just put a small fire on. That'll burn for about 30 minutes. That's fine. Just warming up. I just feel that from over here. So lovely. Just what the doctor ordered. Right, morning campers. So here we are then, 04:30. I had to put a small fire on an hour ago because it was bloody freezing, or at least I was. They said it was going to 16 Celsius all night. It wasn't, it dropped to 12. But obviously because we're in the forest, it's obviously going to be colder in the forest than it would be out in the town. So I had to have my smock up proper with the hat on and everything, which I've the hood on. I've never done that before. So anyway, on that note, I'm going to quickly get up, get a brew on, and slowly start packing away and get some grub on. Let's go. Right guys, so it's 5 AM. I'd say it's time to chop up some spam here. And get a bit on the go, get some cooking done, get some breakfast on the go before we have to go home and go to the optician to see about my funky eye problem. Jubbly. Perfect. I've got 3 eggs, I'll have 2. That'll do me. Yummy. Let's get cooking. Okay. And we're off cooking here. So I'll give them a few minutes per side. And as they're being done, I'll throw some eggs on. And then that'll be breakfast ready then. Eggs and spam in the morning. Oh yeah. I can't wait. Right, so these are just about ready here. I'm going to throw an egg in as well, I think. That'll do. Just one for now. Like I said, I've got 3 eggs. I'm not too worried. I probably only have one. But the only thing I've got missing this morning is my bloody chair. I forgot to bring me bloody chair. Not to worry. Right, anyway, good food on the go. Let's go. Has anyone ever had one of those mornings where everything just works right? You know, everything's cooking properly, everything looks good, everything tastes good. Oh damn, what a morning. After a good night, it was a little bit cold in the morning, but that's it, with some hot grub and hot brew. It's a good bloody start to the day. Right, there we are then. That's breakfast ready. Right, like I said, unfortunately I don't have a chair, so I've got to kneel down or sit down here and give this a try. I didn't bring any sauce with me today, I couldn't be bothered. Oh, damn, that tastes good. Right, I'll come back when I've finished. Right then folks, there we go. That's me all done then. So that's my camp all broke down, kit squared away back in the old Bergen. That's it, left no trace. As per usual. So we've got the old frying pan in the bag there, everything's set. Now there's one more camping video coming this weekend, and then next week at some point I'm hoping to get 2 new survival videos up. And the first one's going to be re-engaging with bushcraft and survival, and the second one is something I've never done before, but I'm not going to say nothing about it until I actually get to it, because it's a bit hard and it's something I've never tried. So on that note, that's another one in the bag. As I said, that's me done. So if you made it this far with my overnight waffling, thanks very much for watching. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, hit the bell notification for every time a new video drops. Don't forget to give the videos a thumbs up, please, because it's really helping the channel. I think I'm up to 800 subscribers. I would like to be able to hit 1,000 before the year's out. My first big milestone. So keep an eye out for the 2 new videos next week. As I said, there's one more camping video this weekend, and then we'll knock that on the head for a while and try it and do some other videos for you. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, stay safe, enjoy your day. I'm out of here.